So what's trending right now? 15-year-olds doping in the Olympics. Is this something that's safe or is this something that's not safe? Let's talk about it. So every 4 years, whether it's the Winter Olympics or the Summer Olympics, we have the world's most elite athletes literally hitting the stage to compete against each other, country versus country. And it's an amazing way that we bring our countries together, that we represent our country, the United States of America, and we watch and cheer everybody on. What has happened this year and in previous years is that we've seen people get caught for doping or taking steroids or performance enhancing drugs. Now, most of the times that you're going to see them get tested for doping is when they actually get a medal. So whether it's your gold, silver, or bronze, they go to doping right before the medal ceremony and then ta-da, they get their medals as long as they test negative. So the story that's trending right now is the story of Kamila Valieva. She is a part of the Russian Olympic Committee and she's a 15-year-old figure skater. Now, the sad part of this story is that she gets tested and she comes back positive for a performance-enhancing drug. The specific medication that she was on was actually a heart medication, not a steroid in the sense of growth hormone or straight up testosterone. It's actually a heart medication that can be prescribed by your doctor. The thing is that this specific heart medication makes it so that your body is able to move more oxygen, and more oxygen means more endurance and more stamina. That's when we learned about all that anaerobic and aerobic stuff. This is where that medication is going to be coming in. So with this medication, and there was 2 other heart type supplements that she was taking, it basically created a trifecta to increase endurance, stamina, and then also it decreases recovery time. So it means that she can do a super hard workout and then she doesn't need to recover for as long as a normal person would. Or let's be honest, she's a professional athlete. She doesn't ever take as long as a recovery as a normal person, but she's able to kind of edge out her competition this way. So there's a lot of different performance enhancing drugs that people can take. This one specifically targets red blood cells, it targets the heart, and it targets oxygen. Now, if you ask me, not only is it unfortunate that we're having doping issues, but at the same time, you have to remember that these are the world's best athletes competing against the world's best athletes. They're going to do everything and anything they can to get that edge. And we hope, as people who are watching them, that they're doing it fairly. However, that's not always the case. Now we run into a completely different issue where this is a minor, a 15-year-old girl who is now in front of the entire world and is not only possibly embarrassed, but at the same time is literally being watched by her entire country. Now, in my mind, not only am I worried about her health and well-being being on a performance-enhancing drug that might possibly be something that she does not need to be on, but also too for her mental health. We've seen a lot of mental health talk within athletics. You've seen it in gymnastics, you've seen it in figure skating. It's been something that's been super, super important and out there for everyone to talk about. Now, with a 15-year-old girl, where's the line, basically? Where do we say, okay, we know that you're an incredible athlete, but maybe you're not ready to hit the Olympic stage just yet? Or where do we find that we push these athletes way, way too much and then end up sacrificing their entire adulthood? With someone who's 15 years old and is possibly doping at this point, you have to ask the question, are they old enough to even make that decision for themselves? Or is that on their parents and their coaches? When any athlete sets out, especially at that high level, their goal is to compete and win. It's their job. So they're going to take risks. It's just like me in business. I'm going to take risks in business that I don't know what's going to happen because I want to further my business. Well, now these athletes are taking risks with their bodies, and you have to ask, is a 15-year-old girl allowed or able to, or in the right mindset to make a decision that could harm her body in the future at such a young age? And that's, I think, the biggest issue right now is that this poor young girl at 15 years old is not given the true opportunity to decide for her body because she's not educated enough on the long-term repercussions. She's only thinking about the now, or who knows, maybe she's being told what to do the entire time and isn't being given a choice. So we don't know, obviously, but at the same time, whenever you see a minor making those decisions about their bodies, it's a scary situation. So Obviously, there's a lot that we don't know about what's going on with athletes in the Olympics, or any athlete for that fact. So I would love to know what you guys think. What is your take on athletes under the age of 18 making these decisions for themselves in the Olympics? What is your take on performance enhancing drugs? I honestly have heard people say, give them all the steroids. It'll make a great TV show. Let's see what happens. So let us know what you think about this entire situation. We can't wait to hear from you.